The Minnesota Vikings are facing intense scrutiny following the firing of general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, and one move in particular has come back into sharp focus. The trade that brought Adam Thielen back to Minnesota is now being viewed not just as a football decision, but as a symbol of deeper organizational tension. Heading into the season, the Vikings were dangerously thin at wide receiver. Jordan Addison was set to miss time due to suspension, while Justin Jefferson and Jalen Nailor battled injuries throughout camp. With rookie quarterback JJ McCarthy preparing for his first professional start, the coaching staff needed stability and experience at receiver. Thielen appeared to be the perfect short-term answer. The problem was the cost. Minnesota surrendered what effectively became a fourth-round pick to acquire a veteran receiver in his mid-30s from a Carolina team that had already invested heavily at the position. The return on that investment was minimal. Thielen managed only modest production, saw his role shrink dramatically after the midseason break, and ultimately asked for his release. For an analytics-driven front office, that outcome clashes sharply with roster value principles. According to reporting, the trade was not driven by Adofo-Mensah himself. Instead, it was the result of mounting frustration inside the building. As the opener approached, trust eroded between the coaching staff and the front office. Executives reportedly stepped in to finalize the deal, believing the roster had not been adequately prepared. This revelation raises an uncomfortable question about who was truly steering the franchise. The Thielen move now looks less like a strategic gamble and more like a desperate patch driven by internal pressure. It also highlights broader concerns about draft execution. Early drafts under Adofo-Mensah failed to produce consistent contributors, forcing the team into reactive decisions. While there were attempts to address the receiver room through younger options and upside signings, injuries and inexperience quickly exposed the lack of depth. That environment created urgency, and urgency led to a move the organization now appears to regret. The fallout extends beyond one trade. Adofo-Mensah's departure leaves the Vikings entering a critical offseason without clear leadership. That uncertainty also clouds the long-term plan for McCarthy. The vision was to compete during his rookie contract window, but injuries and quarterback instability disrupted that timeline. Letting a capable veteran quarterback walk, while failing to secure a reliable backup, added further risk. Ownership has labeled this offseason as pivotal, a statement that explains why patience finally ran out. Now the Vikings stand at a crossroads. The Thielen trade is no longer just a misstep. It is evidence of a fractured decision-making process, a loss of trust, and a power vacuum at the exact moment clarity is needed most.